Stop doing that behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Some people may get, because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing.
A bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property.
Ice Cube surprised fans on Joe Rogan's show by accusing Floyd Mayweather of a supposed $40 to million scheme. Cube knocked Floyd for changing from the clever pretty boy Floyd to Money Mayweather. Now focus on wealth more than greatness. He talked about how Floyd picks easy fights and odd deals to keep his rich way of life. Rogan added that Floyd keeps boxing due to wild costs, not to prove his worth.
Who knows?
Well, it's interesting when fighters figure out ways to do that too, like what Floyd is doing. What Floyd is doing is so interesting. He retires from fighting and he says, I'll just start boxing people who have no chance.
Hey, why not? You know? I mean, exhibition. Like, we saw that in, what was Rocky 3 or something?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, he's like, he started doing exhibitions with Hulk Hogan and, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And got caught. I mean, he got hurt, like, you know, dealing with that. So, I mean, I think people want to see Floyd fight. You know, some people want to see him lose.
Broke his hands a lot. So when he was younger, they called him Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And then he changes his name to Money. And when he changes his name to Money, he turns heel.
Yeah.
He became like this guy, and everybody wanted to see him get beat.
Yeah.
And he's the most unhittable guy in the history of the sport.
Yes, sir.
He's right up there with Pernell Whitaker. Like, those are the two guys that I say are like the most elusive guys in modern, not, you know, past Willie Pep, in modern era. Pernell Whitaker and Floyd. Floyd's even more impressive because he stands right in front of guys.
He stands right in front of you and you can't hit him.
Right in front of you.
And you can't get a good one on him.
You can't get shit on him.
It's one of the most amazing skill sets. He's like a you know, one of those like Minnesota Fats kind of pool players that know all the trick shots. And
Floyd Mayweather is often called one of the greatest boxers alive. Yet, his constant money talk has caused drama. He recently said he owns $40 to million in homes, but records prove that wrong. That false claim brought heat from fans and experts, who saw it as fake and silly, though he's clearly skilled in the ring. Many now ask why he would make up stories, damaging his earned respect.
Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry.
In 2021, boxer Floyd Mayweather and rapper Tiger reportedly hired a watch seller and made first payments for luxury watches from Miami vendor Leonard Sulmanov. But after that, no more cash was paid. In August 2024, Sulmanov filed a federal claim. The case blames them for breaking RICO laws, lying, and other civil matters. He says they owe about $1 million for watches like Richard Mille, PC Felipe, and Audemars Piguet.
And Tyga might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid using a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tiger because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry.
Floyd Mayweather earned huge paychecks from his show fights, mainly ones with stars like Logan Paul. Though not real matches, they made tons of money and gave big returns. The real profits from those fights stay unclear, but sources say they were huge. For instance, the Logan Paul fight might have brought in $50 million. The large income came not just from the match, but from fans and sponsors too.
You won't believe how much money Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul made to box each other. There was over 1 million pay-per-view buys, which means there's $50 million in revenue. And Floyd made $10 million just to show and half of the pay-per-view buys, which is $35 million. Meanwhile, Logan made $250,000 just to show and 10% of the pay-per-view buys, which is about $5 million. And that's not even to mention the sponsors. Floyd said that patches on his trunk cost $30 million to sponsor. Do you think Floyd is capping or no? He even came rocking an OnlyFans sponsorship. And Logan probably even made more in sponsorships than Floyd because he has a much larger platform. Walked into the ring with this Charizard Pokemon and now it's worth $1 million. He also made tons of other sponsorships with Atari and other crypto companies. Hit that follow button if you didn't know this.
Logan Paul, a known YouTuber and fighter, said Mayweather didn't pay him the $3 million after their fight. This claim hints at money trouble for Floyd, showing that even with all he earned, he may miss payments. Logan even said he may go to court, showing more issues with Floyd's business side are likely.
Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100 a month. So is that your only loss was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in the exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's not a good feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something.
Logan Paul's missing check led him to promise a lawsuit. His plan to sue Floyd for the unpaid cash shows deeper flaws in Mayweather's money habits. This means even as a boxing icon, Floyd might not keep his word in business. Logan's threat adds to rising anger and builds the case that Mayweather may not handle money wisely.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? It's just like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking it to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So...
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
These show matches, mainly the ones with Floyd, pulled in major sponsors like digital coin brands. Such deals helped grow the earnings from the events, but Floyd's link to crypto raised concern, as it looked like he didn't really know much about the tech or who he was supporting.
Investing in crypto is the cool thing to do right now. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just had their fight. Logan went 8 rounds with the 50-0 Mayweather, but look at their shorts. So first of all, here is Logan's shorts that he wore. He had Blockfolio as a sponsor, which, we all track our portfolios on Blockfolio, and he also had Superbid. Superbid is some kind of random coin that sponsored Logan, and their whole website right now is just about how they sponsored him. But let's take a look at Floyd's shorts. Floyd Mayweather was sponsored by Ethereum Max, which is just some random ass coin that paid Floyd to put them on his shorts. As you can see, it's one of those 0.00 shit coins. It's down 10% even after the promo. So I obviously don't recommend buying any of those coins. But you can see that Floyd and Logan were both sponsored by crypto companies, which is honestly pretty cool for an event this big.
Floyd's deals with coin firms have made some fans uneasy. Reports claim he took large paychecks to speak for crypto projects, but later, people found he might not have really checked how honest or safe the coins were before promoting them.
We're getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read, and
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like, they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically, you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
Imagine listening to Floyd Mayweather, a man who can't even read, for investing advice. That's exactly what happened last year when he was paid to promote the absolute Ponzi scheme token Ethereum Max, along with other celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Antonio Brown, and Paul Pierce. The coin shortly fell 97% right after the launch, leaving millions of fans and investors bankrupt. So to see what coins you should be actually buying, be sure to follow me. But like I was saying,
When top stars like Floyd Mayweather push crypto, it sets off warnings. These celebs often give false trust to sketchy projects, drawing fans into bad moves with no safety. Such promos can fool people into thinking the coins are safe. The rise in these star-backed coins has made many ask for tire rolls to keep buyers protected.
Executing these scams are like anon people hiding behind a Pepe avatar. And of course, there's a laundry list of famous influencers, Logan Paul, Kim Kardashian's, David Dobrik, that have all endorsed these absolute shitcoin scam casino rugs that leaves their investors high and dry because they paid them a bunch of money up front and maybe they didn't know any better because it's such a nascent space. But I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist. Now, everybody knows Floyd's an opportunist. He's an entrepreneur. He likes to make money. He always has money, talks about money. That's his shtick. That's his persona. That's fine. You can make money. You can be a hustler. You can get paid a bunch to box, do whatever you want.
Letting famous people sell risky crypto shows we need stronger rules on ads from influencers. Stars like Floyd can shift views fast. Their backing can wrongly make scams look true. Even with his money drama, Floyd still says he made more than any fighter ever, though he's made piles, lawsuits, and money questions now dim that bold image.
Separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
I want to get this right. Write this down. I just want to get this right. So, I'm a kid that comes from poverty, comes from nothing. 7 of us in a 1-bedroom, mother on drugs, dad career didn't go good. Dad ended up in prison, and I beat all odds and worked extremely hard to get it the legal way. And I'm proud to boast and brag about getting it the legal way.
Chael Sonnen, a former MMA star and speaker, gave his view on Floyd's cash issues. Sonnen says the real issue isn't less income but Wild, a fellow boxer, has talked about Floyd's money habits. Mosley thinks Floyd fears more than just losing in the ring, he fears losing wealth. He says Floyd's drive to prove he's still rich and to chase big payouts comes from worry about going broke. Promoter Eddie Hearn agrees, saying Floyd likely does show fights due to weak cash flow.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Eddie. So one day somebody, because I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money, that's why he doing exhibitions. No, Eddie don't believe that now.
But Eddie will say some shit like that.
Eddie will say some shit. But one thing, don't worry about that. But me and Eddie got it clear. Then we Eddie, one thing, then my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20. Anything less. Can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I just show Eddie some of the account. Eddie, hold on.
Imagine Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter. Two hungry fuckers for money.
Mayweather loves to show off his wealth, often sharing videos of himself with loads of cash. One time, he even carried $0.5 million in a bag instead of putting it in a bank. He often flashes cash in public places too, like on red carpets, keeping up his money-filled image.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works. When you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money, if you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd Mayweather has faced claims linking him to shady money deals that upset fans. A big one involves fake promos, where fans paid for items or passes that never arrived. A TikTok post claimed Floyd's fame was more hype than fact. Many of his promos flopped, damaging his name and growing claims of money dishonesty.
Flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he didn't.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest.